What's going on, my people, and welcome back to Israel's Movie Reviews. And we're going to be discussing The People Under the Stairs. Yes, one of my favorite classic films of all time in the horror genre. We're going to go back all the way back to 1991, where this movie stuck out. It was one of the first horror movies that I've seen in my life. I was about maybe 4 years old at this time. And it was one of those movies that terrified me. I couldn't go to sleep without looking at the walls. It was crazy. But let's get straight into it. This movie is basically about a kid that's stuck in the ghetto and about to be evicted while his mother is needing surgery for a cancer. A young kid known as Full, that's his name in the movie, played by Brandon Adams. And he was a young phenom back in the day. He did a lot of things. Don't know what happened to him recently, but he was a star nonetheless at that time. And he agrees to help a man break into a landlord's house because there's rumors that it's full of gold and money. The two make it inside the house, but they run into a bizarre couple played by Everett McGill and Wendy Robie in these memorable roles. And as well as many other things living in that basement. They encounter a lot of bullshit. And by the time 91 rolled around, the horror genre back then was pretty much dead, you know? But there were a few interesting movies that managed to get released. And the reason I say it was dead is because this was directed by Wes Craven. And I think it goes underrated. I believe wholeheartedly that this movie was awesome. There's different aspects to the movie. You could see it and compare it with the likes of Get Out, which is a social commentary movie, which I think this was at the time. And, you know, it basically bashes rich people, in my point of view. And you see why during the movie. But although the box office numbers still weren't very good, Wes Craven's People Under the Stairs was a film with many, many flaws, but at the same time, it's certainly an original film. And it had many things that it was trying to say. You know, it was doing something that was going to shock the viewer, and it does. And with its gore effects, practical effects, there was no sci-fi aspects or any CGI back in the day that stood out like it does now. That's what I appreciate about the film. And the film manages to mix in a political statement with the horror, and there's even some humor thrown in as well. This movie is also very funny. I think the best thing going for the movie is the lead character and the actress. The situation is quite simple, as a poor kid must resort to a crime, so that way his family might have a better future. We already want to see the kid succeed in getting that money, but once we see how deranged the two parents in this house are living inside, we just want him to win even more, you know? Adams gives an extremely great performance for someone his age at the time. And it's certainly a lot better than what you typically see in a film of a kid his caliber, of a kid his age. AJ Langer is also extremely good in her role as a girl that's trapped in her house. You know, she plays the daughter. Or is she the daughter? Spoiler alert. McGil, the father, has always been fun to watch. And him and Robbie, which plays his wife, have great chemistry together. They're both fucking insane. They really dive into their roles and lose it, literally. Even Ving Rhames he's pretty decent in his part as the man that Adams is trying to help get into the house. Craven certainly knows how to milk a scene in this. You know, for drama, he perfectly knows how to set up various scenes, which I love, that are aimed to build tension, to increase that heightened sense of, shit, what's about to happen next, right? Whoa, yeah, it's like that. It's a jump scare. And the atmosphere he creates is certainly another major plus, as terrific cinematography in this movie, and the score, music is on par with the story. However, there are some flaws, including the fact that the movie runs a little long. You know, they could have cut it a little shorter, maybe 15, 20 minutes. Some of the scenes go on for a bit too long, and I think it was a mistake leaving the house for a brief period of time towards the end of the movie, instead of just taking place the whole time in the movie. But still, The People Under the Stairs is a great original movie, original concept. Has great design. While it didn't have the same impact as it does now, because it's movie's a little dated, but nonetheless a great oldie to watch. It didn't have the impact as Nightmare on Elm Street had, but it's still interesting and it's worth watching. So if I were you, I would definitely go check it out. Go check it out. All in all, this is a horror movie that is very horrific, and you'll love it. If you like this video, hit that like button, hit that notification bell, and if you want more content from me, subscribe to the next one. Peace.